Okay. Wish me luck, Mo.
Good luck, my friend.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first podcast. My name is Nikon Karman, and I've decided to do this podcast because I got inspired by people who really make a difference in the world, and I've decided to do this first podcast with a good friend of mine, which helped me a lot in my career, in my life, with lots of advices. And I want you to introduce a very good man, which is, let's say, if you're gonna know him, he's not a special man, an extraordinary man, but he does extraordinary things, and he's a very inspiring guy. And now I'm gonna introduce you to a very good manager, a man who started from the bottom, but who really makes a difference. So, Mr. MoMo. Hello, Mo.
Hi, my friend.
It's good to see you. Thank you very much for accepting to do this podcast with me.
It's a pleasure, always a pleasure, and I'm happy to see your dreams coming true.
Thank you very much. I wanted to. We had lots of conversations, many times. About life, how tough it is to come in this country, in UK. Obviously, you came from Italy, I came from Moldova.
Yeah.
But it's the same story, Tell me about the beginnings. What made you to come to London, especially because you had a really good job in Italy? And what made you come here?
But to be honest, what makes, I believe, not only myself, everyone, that you feel there is something is not right in your life, and you feel it in your inside. You feel it that is not about the job, is not about position, is not about money, and that you ask more from yourself, number one, and from life.
So you're saying that you probably weren't happy inside, even if you probably had everything.
I had everything. I had everything what people they move, let's say, they immigrate for. Yeah. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for me to make me, because I feel that I can still give in my life more and more, and I still feel that until now. And I immigrated from Italy to London in 2009, May 2009. So wow. I still feel that feeling is always with me, that you have to become day after day after day a better person in your personal life, with yourself, number one, a better person with with people around you, a better person in your career, a job.
But tell me about it, but obviously probably the mentality of, I don't know, the Italian culture, or because I lived in Italy for a little while as well, and I didn't find myself, in a good position, because I didn't want to grow there. There was nothing to do for me, like, let's say, acting wise, or more acting wise, because that's what I want to do, like acting, career, production, video, and all those sort of things. And Italy wasn't the place for me. Maybe for you as well. You wanted to grow, but maybe you, came from a small city as well.
Yeah, coming from from small city, I have to tell you, in that moment of my life, wasn't the right place. That's why I moved. Okay. Yeah. In that moment, you feel that in your, you feel it. You feel it in the air. You feel it with people. You feel it on the TV. You are missing something, and you have to go and find it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that the majority of people, even if they have this feeling,
yeah,
they still leave because it's not easy. That's we always had the point. A conversation with you is not for everyone. You have to have something extra to say now it's enough. Now it's time to change. Obviously, I'm not a kind of person who was looking in my life Monday to Friday 8 to 5 job, because that is not happiness. That is not what that is what we are here for.
Yeah.
You have to have something extra, something that sometimes even when you talk to people, no one really can understand it, because they go, okay, what you are missing? The classic question, what you are missing? It's not about the job. It's not about having a beautiful car, having money, having a house. That is, I start to believe now all this kind of stuff, like an phone, like a car, is an instrument. Yeah. Something you need to carry on to do your job, to do your life.
Yeah.
They are not. They can't be a dream having a car. They can't be a dream having a job. Dream is something else.
Wow.
Dream is something else.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So anyway, so you were, how old you were, like 20?
I was 24, I believe.
24?
Yeah.
Quite young to realize that it's time to
But I had it always.
Always, yeah.
At the age of, when I was really child, I did had this. I feel myself, I'm a little bit...
Like you were like sort of fitting in. You thought,
asking always more from myself.
Yeah.
Asking from myself always, not only 100%, even 110%.
Even more, yeah. So then you've decided to move to London. Why London? Why didn't you think, I don't know, let me go to Berlin or let me go to Paris or...
Ben, number one was one of the main problem I was facing at school or even in my job was English.
I see.
I mean, I believe still now in countries where they don't speak English, English is a very important language. So that was the key, number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, I believe London has something unique. London is I call it, is the house of everyone. Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah,
it's the house of everyone, of white, black, whatever who you are. You find a place in London.
Yeah,
whatever you come from.
Yeah,
there is you don't come to London and you believe looking people in a different way.
Yeah.
You come to London to expect to eat Italian, to eat Chinese, to eat Moroccan, to eat Japanese.
Yeah.
And that's what you come to London for. Because if you leave London and you come to live in a traditional way where you are at home in Italy or anywhere, it's better if you stay home. It's better if you stay in your native country. So you have to put yourself in a position that I need to change my life. I need to change the way how I live. I need to learn something that I'm not able to learn where I come from. And that is, I believe that is only about.
Yeah, so, tell me, so you've decided, that's it, I'm going.
Yeah, the main reason London, because number one for English. I know I'm going to find something different in London than Berlin, than Paris, than Madrid. Okay? I'm going to find in London the world.
Yeah. So you came from a small town.
I came from a small city called Brescia. Is 1 hour from Milan, in the north of Italy.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, quite famous, hardworking people, I heard.
Yeah, extremely hard.
Lots of factories.
A lot of factories, hardworking people. The main culture is about job.
Yeah.
And that is lesson of life.
Yeah.
Because when I moved from there to London, I really find out that the culture of working is not for everyone.
I see.
Yeah. the culture of that you wake up every day. I mean, there is people who they are millionaires.
Yeah.
They are the first people in them factories to work. They are the first people, even they don't, it's not about money.
I see.
I believe at some point when you arrive in your life, it's not anymore about money. And we are an example. I mean, number one, it's you, Nick. What you are doing, what I saw you doing in the last 2 years and a half, I mean, it's not about money. It's about something more. Even now, even in these last 2 hours, the way how I saw you in your day off, trying to see things, trying to make the things work, it is not about money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When you set up everything and you realize you don't have a cable, so you have to run and find 10 shops that are closed and find the 11th one that is open to buy that cable. So yeah, I mean, of course, you need dedication. Yeah,
you need that level of thinking. That's I called most of the time with people who I know the big picture.
The big. You have to see the big picture. But how to get to that moment? Okay, some people might realize that on the way. Some people might stumble across that and then they realize. But for the majority of people that are afraid, I mean, how do you get to that?
But you get to that by asking yourself what I'm doing here.
Okay.
Obviously, if it was about the job, for me to move from where I come from to here, obviously, when I start in 2009, I get less money than when I was having in Italy.
Yeah.
I used to live with my parents when I was in Italy, so my life is completely got back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and you feel is not about it's that you have to ask from yourself what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a job. Yes, I do have a job, but I'm okay with this job. No, I'm not okay with this job. So that means there is something wrong.
Yeah.
It's not only about job, even lifestyle, even your private life with your partner. I know people, they are together, but they are not together.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't want to split up or go different ways because they're probably afraid.
Because the change. To make a change is different. You have to have that, and you get that by feelings, by learning that in the world outside my city there is something else. Doesn't finish there. That there is in this world we don't eat only this, but we can eat many things. We can try many things. We can see many things.
Yeah, but tell me about it, Momo. I think so. You moved from Brescia. You came to London. You didn't have absolutely anything. How much money did you have when you came to London?
I came with 800 pounds.
You know how much I had?
No.
500.
500. Yeah.
I came with 500 pounds.
I start with. I came with 800 pounds, and that's what I had, and I start my journey.
Yeah, but you were happy.
That's what I called my second life. If you remember, every time we had a conversation, I tried always to talk about my second life.
Yeah. You think you started everything from the beginning?
Yes, it's a new life.
New fresh.
New life.
Yeah.
You, and only you, and only you. There is nobody else.
Yeah. But obviously you keep in touch with your parents, family at home, with everyone.
Of course. But when you are in that moment, when you are making a change, only you see it. Only you feel it.
I see.
Not everybody understand it.
For them, it was very strange. Why are you living in a place where you earn so much money? I mean, you happy? You have a girlfriend?
Of course, for them. Of course, for them is strange because you see what's going on.
Yeah.
We made something wrong. What's happened?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
You make a change when you say no, this is not for me.
Yeah.
It's only you, because even if you want to talk to people, not everyone understand it.
Yeah.
That I'm not gonna start at the age of 13 in this place. I will finish retiring in this place. Doesn't exist anymore. This mentality.
Yeah.
It's a peace mentality, 100%. you live much better than how I live now. Absolutely. But if that's what you want,
yeah,
no.
not really, of course. But tell me, so how did you? Because obviously, for people who knows you, you are the manager of one of the top restaurants in London. A restaurant with huge history, with a big reputation. Where if you come to this restaurant, you see pictures with so many famous people came here, like from presidents to politicians. I mean, and still come a lot of famous people come to this place. So you are the manager of this place, and you started with £800. Tell me, how did you get here?
Oh, wow! There is no a formula how you get things, but I believe there is one way. You have to believe in yourself. That's number one.
Yeah.
Because when you start to put yourself in discussion, I'm not good in this, I'm not good. Okay, you are. When I came here, I wasn't good at my English, and I believe still my English is not perfect. But I put myself to learn English.
Yeah.
I didn't say, "Oh, I'm not good in English."
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. In my first life, I never thought one day I will work in hospitality. Never.
I see.
Never in my life. Never. But my journey, my dream, I wanted always to be. I'm not gonna say someone important.
Yeah.
Not important because I am important.
Yeah.
My important what I make people feel.
Yeah.
Doing that we are doing something important, because for us to welcome most important people in the world, to try to make them happy, to make them feel they are guests, is not it's not something that you learn in class, or something you learn in school, or something you learn in it's something that it comes naturally by the time waiting, learning and learning and learning. When you feel every day, when you finish your service, when you finish your shift, when you finish your hour, that you did something different. You are leaving your place of work with a feeling that you are doing something.
Satisfaction.
Inside satisfaction.
Yeah. So basically, I sort of realized that you came to London, you didn't know what you want to do. You didn't know that you would work in hospitality, but you probably found your way, and you've. That's why this was calling, to make a difference. Like, because I know restaurant business is incredibly difficult. To manage people is difficult, and I mean, managing people is one thing, but managing people whilst you are managing all the finances, like food, cleaning, a lot of bills and all that's very difficult. And you started from the smallest position available, which is a runner.
Yeah.
Take the plates. For how long did you work there, and how did you make your way up?
I start basically after 2 months when I came to London. I start like a runner. I end up here, to be honest, in very interesting way.
Yeah.
Extremely interesting way.
Well, let's hear it.
It was very, it was, when you think after all these years, you said, wow, this is it. It's my journey.
Yeah.
Because I got a job on the bus.
Oh, really?
I got a job on the bus.
Wow.
I was around Victoria, and at some point, at that moment, I used to live in Bayswater.
Yeah.
So for me to go from Victoria to Bayswater, I used to catch a bus 148 going to White City.
Yeah.
So I catch it from Victoria, and it was around 5 o'clock. I went to the top floor of the bus.
Yeah.
It was one seat free.
Okay.
One seat. I sit down close to this young lady, and to be honest, I didn't even look at her.
Yeah.
And took off from the bag my book, who is always every day with me, English book.
Yeah.
And I was reading. And at some point I heard, "Are you Italian?" And they're like, "Yes, absolutely, yeah." "Okay, I'm Italian too." And this lady, she shared with me her life in 20 minutes, all her life of bus. So I said, "Wow, what's going on?" I mean, I lived with people all my life that never opened themselves in 25 years.
Yeah.
And you see someone on the bus, they don't know even who you are, what's your name, in 20 minutes. And they said, "Yeah." And she said, "Are you looking for a job?" I said, "Yes." "Okay, I'm a manager of a place. If you are interested, I can give you the job as a runner, but I can't promise anything. You need to see how you are." And she wrote on my book. I still have the book with me.
Yeah, wow.
And she wrote the address. And the day after, I came. I made my trial, and she said, "How you are good." And I was cleaning glasses,
Yeah.
plates like a runner today.
You've never done that before.
Never worked in a restaurant before.
Wow.
Never. Apart eating in a restaurant, going to eat, I has nothing to do with the restaurant.
And at home, you didn't do anything like cleaning and probably like
of course, helping
else.
your mom sometimes when you can. Absolutely. That, but it's completely different when you're at home than when you're at a restaurant.
Of course.
And I start there. That was my journey. And I start like a runner. I've been a runner for around 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working, doing the same thing every day.
Taking plates from
cleaning,
the,
taking plates,
kitchen.
doing. And in the meantime, for me, it wasn't important what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That wasn't my thought. What was important for me to find how can I learn English. Then
so
after that, I spoke with my manager, and I asked her, "Listen, I need to learn English."
Yeah.
And I start going to schools, learning. Like I told you many times, in the first 3 years, I didn't have a day off for 3 years.
Wow.
When I say day off, that's in the morning I was going to school, evening working, Monday to Sunday.
Wow.
Focusing in your English.
Wow.
Yeah, focusing in your English. But did you feel okay? 100%.
Yeah.
I was feeling my life.
You were
moving.
happy. Yeah.
Moving.
Yeah.
I'm adding a new language to my life.
Yeah. I mean, thinking about it is crazy. I mean, it's so important. Like a language. Wow. Do you remember when you first time came to England and you were like, you don't understand anything that people talk, especially, like English people from North. You're like, listen, they probably understand 1-2 words from a whole sentence. And you're like, what? It's like Chinese or something for you back then.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was, at least for the first 2 years for me, because I believe it wasn't that easy to learn languages from my point of view. So I had to put more energy.
Yeah.
Then some people, for them, is easy. I saw people, they came here and in 6 months they start already to communicate in English. For me, it was
tough, difficult. Yeah,
difficult. So I had to work harder than anybody else to arrive. So the first 2 years, it was for me just learning, getting the money I need to live, learning, and learning, and slowly, because for me, my goal wasn't to look for a career. My goal was having a place where I can get a salary where can I live without any problem.
Yeah.
And that's what I start here in Santini.
So basically you worked at Santini for 8 months.
As a runner.
A runner. And then, but you didn't think that you want to do a career. You didn't want to become a manager.
No.
You were thinking of, look, let me find my path. Now I need to work hard and save money, and then whatever happens. But so basically, when I came to London, I had this dream, idea that I want to come to London. I want to do acting. I want to improve my English. But I didn't have high expectations either. But I just wanted to grow as a person most of all. Did you? Well, at least I knew that I wanted to do acting. Acting and podcasting and sort of media work. But for you, did you have like an idea what you wanted to do, or for you didn't really care about that?
No, but of course, otherwise you don't leave Italy if you don't have an idea what exactly you're gonna do. Of course, my point to leave everything was to change my life.
Yeah.
And obviously to change my life and to do something that can makes you a better person, feel better.
Yeah.
Making a career, obviously. Otherwise, if you wasn't happy having a job in Italy Monday to Friday 9 to 5, and you feel that is not for me, obviously you don't come to London to look for that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
That is obvious.
But you didn't want to be like, I don't know, like a banker. You didn't want to be a lawyer. You didn't have in your mind when you left that I want to do this when I go to London.
No.
You didn't.
No. Just I was looking for different life.
Yeah.
Different life.
Yeah.
And my journey took me where I am now.
Yeah. Well, this is sort of it was a natural progression, I think, isn't it?
But you have to work for it. Nothing is a present.
Oh, no, of course.
Nothing is a present. Not because people, especially here, maybe if in our countries, you get position because you are a friend of someone, because they like you, because you are... But here, you get a position because you work for it.
Yeah, because you deserve it, yeah.
You work for it. You have to work for it.
Yeah.
You have to work for it.
You get to that, yeah.
You, especially when you start to learn and to understand, and you have to put yourself.
Yeah.
You can try. You know how many, I'm sure you met a lot of managers, they try.
Yeah.
But then they said, it's not for me.
Yeah. It's not easy. I mean,
no.
How many nights you didn't sleep thinking of work? How many? Like many. I mean, countless. Yeah.
Trust me.
And you see, people think, you know what? Okay, what's a manager? Go there at 9, finish at 5, go home, no problem. But when you're a manager, you go home with all the problems, isn't it?
Yeah, you go home with the problems. Yeah, it's very difficult that you
leave it.
You leave it if you have a responsibility.
But at the same time, you are very dedicated as a person.
I am because I care about what I do.
Yeah, and that's the secret, I think.
Yes, you have to care. You have to care, because if you don't care, even when you achieve something, you don't feel it. Like
you don't feel it
when you care. Wow, I got here because after all this period with all this problem, that's why we are here.
Yeah, but there's one more thing that many people that I know, and a lot of people make this mistake. I think that appreciation, you have to be grateful. I think it starts with this, because if you weren't grateful for that little job that you got there on the bus, starting from the bottom, and I'm pretty sure you appreciated all this moment starting from the bottom, and now you appreciate that when someone is everyone starts in that little room, and so you know how it is. And as a manager, like to grow from the smallest position to arrive there, I think that's very important, because you know what other people feel.
Ah, yes. I mean, if you don't know your team how they feel, I don't think you are a manager.
But trust me, I mean, a lot of people. A lot of places, I used to work in a lot of places because obviously I do bartending. So a lot of people, the managers, they're so, how to say, like too professional. They don't see people. They see workers do this, do that. They don't care about you.
But like we said from the beginning, you have to care. Like I said before, if you don't care, is nothing.
It's nothing, yeah. But how do you get to that point, Mo? Are you born with that? Or?
I believe it's a gift. Yeah,
it's a gift. Right?
I believe so. Because nothing can pay you. Only the feeling when you see people like you start from nothing. They are putting themselves in different level. They would like to. How can I say? They would like to change them life, and you give them a chance, and you see them growing, you see them learning, you see them, and you are pushing them, and you are helping them, and you are supporting them in everything, in every single way. When I say support, in every single way.
Yeah. Like personally,
You have
professionally.
in everything.
Yeah.
Because if you don't feel that your team member is not okay on his day,
Yeah.
if you don't feel that, if you don't feel the energy of the place, what's going on, I believe you can't really be. You can be a manager, because a manager is a title that you can have.
Yeah. But you can be a manager that people respect and like, or you can be a manager, just a manager. That people will gonna say, like, oh my God, oh, he's coming, I need to do this, I need to do that, like be like sort of fake. You know?
I mean, we've been working together now for at least 2.5 years, and you saw all the sides. I mean, when I was the one who works 7 days on 7 days. Yeah, I was sometimes the first to come, sometimes the last to leave.
Yeah.
I was the one. It's not because in many places for them you are the first to go and the last to come. And But if you act this way with everyone, at some point people, if you don't give a shit, people they don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's of course. Yeah.
Like in everything. So you build something slowly.
No, of course it builds on trust, and I think people who are working at Santini, I think they are lucky. They are lucky to have you. To be honest with you, because I've been working with lots of managers, and I'm not saying this because we get along very well, but I'm saying is as it is. We're obviously straightforward with each other. When we don't like something, we say, but there is always have to be sort of like that, how to say, that balance in between, don't go too far. Don't be obviously, too friendly with you at work. Don't be too casual with you at work, but at the same time, like find that balance, see when you're tough, you have to be tough. When you're friendly, you have to be friendly, that sort of balance. And you as a manager, I think you have it.
You have to feel it, when you have to feel it if someone is going out of the line, and you have, my friend, what's going on? Shall we talk? Let's go back to the line. There's something that I have to know.
Yeah. And you feel it. You actually, know that there's something is going on.
You feel it. And when is the wrong day, is the wrong day. Everyone can have a wrong day. The day after is a new day, and nothing happened. So, and if you start to feel not okay, that means something I'm not doing right. Yeah,
that's true.
And I mean, the most important thing is listening.
Good point.
Listening to people.
Good point.
When you listen to people, you understand. Listening, asking is important. Sometimes we talk a lot, but we
don't listen.
We don't listen. We don't listen.
No, it's very true. One thing, Mom, I think we talked about many things, and no, it's great to have this conversation with you about life. How can you grow? Because a lot of people, of course, people who will be listening to this or watching this podcast, it will be people like me and you who came here like 7-8 years ago, and they're trying to make a difference. But you can make a difference, but still be a nice person and a good human being. Have some principles. Respect each other, because obviously you can fake it, be friendly, be nice, but on the long run, people will, as you were saying like the other day, talking, you have to always be yourself,
Of course, what makes us who we are without values.
Yeah.
Who we are without values, because if you don't have a values that you take with you in your daily life, when you make a choice, you use your values, you fight for your values, you discuss your values. That's if you don't have these values, I don't see a difference between you and the machine. Maybe the machine is better because the machine can do a better job than you. So what's take us to the next level, that we are human being. The first thing, we are human being.
Yeah.
That is the basic. That is a base. Human being with values. that makes us a better human being.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Definitely.
And when you add these human being values to your daily life, work life, you feel like, for me, like my relationship with my boss is based on values, respect, trust. And this is not something that we give. Here we are. This is my trust to you. This is my respect to you. This is something that we create by the time, by daily life, facing a problem together, seeing a problem together, when we are down, when we are happy, when we are not happy. And you see, of course, in my life, I had bad moments.
Of course.
Like everyone,
true.
And when you see your boss how he's acting with you, and when you have when you are not down, you don't feel, okay, you are over, you are not needed anymore. Thank you. Next, please. No, I saw support. I saw help. So remember, in everything comes from the top.
Yeah.
Everything comes from the top.
Yeah, like in family, isn't it? Like everything comes from your parents. I mean, how your parents educated you.
Everything comes from the top. Remember. When you go to somewhere and you feel something right, that means the top is right.
Yeah.
If you feel something is wrong, that means the top is wrong.
It's wrong, yeah. I think it's a very good example because I love Formula One. And if you are a big fan of Formula One, you see what Mercedes and Toto Wolff, a very smart guy. I recommend you watch some interviews with him. Very smart guy, but he's so humble. He's so nice, and everyone respects him and everyone loves him. But he's so simple. And you're right, everything comes from the top. And people respect him. And now he's thinking to go from Mercedes somewhere else. And if he goes, I'm sure Mercedes won't have the same success without him, because it is what it is. I mean, he knows how to get the best people together.
Yeah, you have to be simple.
Yeah.
Because life is already complicated. If you are complicated with the life as well, where we are going? Why I have to be simple? Why I have to be difficult?
Yeah, because some people think like, I'm so shy. I don't know. I have this complex what people will think about me, and this fear of getting across or people understanding you wrong or something like this.
But I believe always try to be yourself.
Yeah,
just
that's the secret.
Don't be someone else. Just be yourself. Yeah. Try to have an inspiration from yourself. This is me. This is how I am. I am wrong on this.
Yeah.
I need to work to make it better.
Yeah.
You have to know yourself. You have to know where you can be better, where you are okay, how you can change yourself in a better person.
Yeah, that's very
because
true.
Working with people, you put yourself in a position that you understand yourself as well. Yeah. Because when you make a mistake with someone, obviously, when you go home, you don't go like nothing happened.
Yeah.
You go with something that I did wrong. And you have to wake up and the day after to go to that person and you do apologize. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Because of this, because of that, because of that.
You have to find the courage to say that.
No, because you don't have to find the courage to say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. No, that is, if you made a mistake, you made a mistake.
Yeah, that's true.
Even you can be whatever who you are. Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes.
And what if you think like, well, it wasn't my mistake, even if it was, you want to be like sort of strong. Because if I'm gonna say I make a mistake, I make myself look weak. That's what people probably will think.
I mean that is a wrong thinking, because if I say sorry, people they will think I'm weak.
Yeah.
That's mean there is something wrong.
There's a problem, isn't it?
There is a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's not sorry that's going to make me weak or strong.
Yeah.
No, it's the values, my values. Yeah. This is not me. I had a wrong day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I will make sure this mistake is going to happen again. But this is me. This is how I am.
Yeah. It's a good point. Anyway, Mr. Momo, let's talk about, it's not correctly to say Mr. Momo because it's not correct, but we say this all the time, so sorry, our English.
Yeah.
So, but tell me about the professional life and the family life. How difficult it is to combine them both together?
Extremely difficult. Extremely difficult.
I know.
Extremely difficult because you have to have really someone on your side who really understand.
Yeah.
You have to have someone who, or you have to make that someone believes what you believe.
Yeah.
Otherwise it will be difficult.
They have to see what you see. Otherwise they won't understand you. They won't. It's impossible, isn't it?
Otherwise it will be difficult.
Yeah.
Will be difficult because that what is the hardest part. When no one can see what you see, no one can feel what you feel, no one can understand what you are looking for.
Yeah.
To have this balance, it is difficult. I'm not gonna say impossible.
Yeah.
But even there is a hard job to do.
Yeah, because I was thinking so many times, because obviously we all have issues and problems and arguments in our family, and for me I always thought about it. How can you manage? How can you balance the professional life and family life? Because it's so difficult. Because if you want to achieve something, that something that you want to achieve is probably taking you more time than for yourself. You don't have time to eat, to drink, and then there is the family there. And sometimes I think, is it possible to make it professionally at the top and still be, a good parent, a good husband and dad? And I have no idea how to find the balance.
I bet I have to share with you that is a part of choices sometimes.
Choice, yeah?
Yeah, because you have to, if your partner or your family side, they are not able to understand that.
Yeah.
You struggle. So your day is not gonna finish at 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock, but is another problem even on your life. So that's, I said, your second half, they have to understand.
You said it very, very well there. You said it very well. You have to make them see what you see.
Absolutely. That is the key.
That's the key, yeah. This is a very good explanation.
That's the key, because especially when you do our job, where you have to make people happy, because we welcome families with children, with grandparents, we welcome everyone in our daily life.
Yeah.
And we see people how they are happy. And you can't do that.
Yes.
You can't, because you are here.
You're here, yeah.
We work on all year.
Yeah.
Apart Christmas.
Apart from Christmas, because the restaurant is closed on Christmas.
And so New Year Eve, we welcome. You are not there with your family.
Yeah.
When they have a birthday, sometimes you are not there.
Yeah.
It's really, we miss it on that side. But you have to work hard, like you work hard in your place of work. You have to work hard in your house to make people understand.
Yeah.
That I love, and really, who loves you, love what you do as well.
Very well said, Mr. Mo. Very well said. Right.
Because if you, how can I say, if you love someone, and you see them what they do, they are happy with that. You are happy.
Yeah, that's true. And we can always do more, isn't it?
Always.
We can always do more.
Always.
Sort of try to give a little bit more attention and think a little bit more about them and all the things.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it is a work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong, even when you are out of work.
In
your house, you have to work. And sometimes this is very difficult, because there is too many emotional sides.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you come in after 10 hours or 12 hours, whatever.
Work, yeah.
No one knows what's happened 12 hours before. Why you are acting like this? Why you are saying this? Why you are not talking? Why you are not eating? Yeah. And of course you have to be good to open yourself. That is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most difficult part. Like
that is
to open yourself.
To open yourself. So on your half, on the other side, they have really to be someone special as well to understand this.
Yeah.
That you are not sharing with your life with a normal person.
Nice.
I mean,
good point.
Normal person.
Yeah.
Because the society, you have to see what the society believes for a normal person. We don't know what is normality.
Yeah.
But of course, if you ask me if I am normal, comparing who?
Yeah, compared to whom? Yeah, of course. Well, obviously, when you're trying to do, let's say, Elon Musk and the Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos, these guys are not normal for sure. How can they build like the empires and they made things that no one actually dreamed of? That not normal.
That is not normal.
But they're geniuses.
Yeah, that is special people.
Yeah.
And special people. And if you can see they are happy what they are doing, you can see them because you can feel there is not about money because they have already money.
Yeah.
Like we said at the beginning.
That's for sure. That's not about money.
It's something extra, it's something more that only you feel it in your daily life.
Yeah.
You feel I'm okay or I'm not okay. This is fine. This is not fine. So if not okay, it's time to move on.
Yeah, very true.
And to make a choice, because I notice a lot of people really. I know people. I know very close friend, and they still live the same life, talking about the same life.
Yeah.
Dreaming about the same life without doing anything.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a very good point. Because I think you have to get used to. I know myself. When you want to, I remember when I wanted to do more like running and stuff like this, and I was thinking, that's it, tomorrow I'm going. Yeah, tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and I never did that. And thanks to the pandemic and the lockdown, I started to do it. And then you have to do it slowly, like small steps. And if you want to start something, start small. It doesn't matter. Just push yourself.
No one start big.
Yeah.
No one start
with everything.
Big. And if you start big, you collapse.
Yeah.
Soon as possible.
Yeah, that's a good point, because you start quick and then you go down quick. It's about consistency, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about achieving the step by step. It's like when we are a child and we start to walk.
Yeah.
We don't stand up.
You don't run.
We don't.
Yeah.
That is about.
Tell me, Momo, the restaurant, the restaurant, you're the manager of this restaurant. How do you feel at the moment? I mean, I'm sure that everyone now is happy compared to many other previous generations of managers. This restaurant has been here for 34 years, I mean, what it means for you to be general manager of this place?
Big responsibility. And always to give 100% of yourself. Because we have on our shoulder history, expectation that people, they're coming to special place. We don't have a chance of mistake.
Yeah. No
margin of mistake, because people, they are coming with this high expectation. So when you disappoint them, we feel disappointed as well with ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
And our job is not based only about one person. It's based about a team.
Yeah.
That's, I said, the rule of a manager doesn't start at 6 o'clock when you open the restaurant, or at 12 o'clock when the service starts.
Yeah.
It starts before.
Long before, isn't it?
Long before, daily before, talking, listening, looking, seeing, checking if everything is under control to face a service.
Yeah.
Of course we do mistakes. There's always mistakes because our job is a human being job. We do mistakes. But even how you are good to handle the mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what make you different.
Yeah, that sets you apart from other people.
From other people than anybody else.
And
So
now,
answering to your question, huge responsibility. Absolutely huge responsibility. We are 100% in alert every day.
Yeah, especially now with coronavirus, with these rules, rule of 10 and rule of 6 and
just
all that.
to let you know, it was already hard.
Yeah.
Now we can imagine how it's harder.
Now it's much harder because restaurants closes at 10 o'clock, opens at 6, closes at 10. So you've got 4 hours to serve people. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then you have these rules with masks and sanitizers and places. You probably cut half the places. It's very tough for hospitality industry nowadays. It's extremely difficult, isn't it?
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Hospitality has been always a challenge, and this is a new challenge.
Big challenge. The world is changing now after this pandemic, don't you think?
Absolutely. The world is different. People, they're different.
You know, I was thinking the other day, actually. I don't believe in this conspiracy and all these sort of things. But I think this pandemic will teach us to move from an era where everything was sort of like, we interacted each other, we saw each other, like mobile phones, not big deal. And now I think this is just a step to the next level of interacting more online and more, this sort of like Zoom and conferences and AI and because you see everything now is online, like school's online. You buy online, you talk to your bank online. I think this is sort of like that's what they probably want to achieve with this, and they're probably making the most out of it. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, we can call it a smart life, but at the end of the day, like I believe personally, the life is made of people.
Yeah.
Men and women.
Yeah.
And the life has to carry on with people.
Yeah.
We can't. In every sector is different, but you need to meet people. You need to talk to people. You need to feel people.
Yeah.
Because when you do a Zoom call, to be honest, you are doing a Zoom call, but you don't feel the other side. How is everything?
Yeah.
And that is wrong, because I need to feel how is the meeting is going, is going, what's the problem, what is only about.
No, of course, when you meet someone, you get that energy, you get that energy from the other person. When it's online.
It's online.
That's it. Probably the quality is not even good. You don't even see the eyes and the face and and anything. Yeah. Which is very strange.
Well, like I said, like I believe personally, everything has to be balanced, everything in the middle. Too much on this side is not okay. Too much on that side is not okay. Everything has to be balanced.
Yeah.
When you have a balanced life, you live better. Obviously, if you want me to watch a TV at home, to watch a game home, to work from home, everything smart, like we want to call it a smart life. But at the end, I am a human being. I'm not a robot.
Yeah.
So I need to talk to people. I need to understand people. I need to see people.
Yeah.
Life is made with people.
No, absolutely. It's great talking to you, Momo. I think we should wrap it up. For the first podcast, I think it's I'm very happy with it. Honestly, I'm extremely happy, and I'm proud to have been known you for a few years. Thank you very much. You inspire me with a lot of things you do. And that's I feel blessed, and also probably this project started anyway with us talking about lots of different things. So just to wrap it up, Momo, let's just talk about the future plans and where you see yourself, and how can we become better. You've got experience. I mean, you have a top position. You are happy where you are. Sort of like, what would you say to a lot of people who have dreams, who came to London, who are at home? Doesn't matter where you are. I think if you have dreams and dream big, I think it doesn't matter. So what is your advice to young people starting?
But to be honest, is simple, but in the meantime, it's not that simple, because meeting people passing by here, or meeting friends, or meeting a lot of people, is it seems not that simple.
Yeah.
It's just believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and see always. Because when you see in a week time, in a month's time, in a 1 year time, of course it's hard. You're gonna say, I'm never gonna make it.
Yeah.
But you try to see it in the long term.
Yeah. Make
It's
it
like,
future.
It's like when
plan.
you want. It's like when you want to build a house.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's something takes time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have to create a base. Obviously, if you move to anywhere, if you come to London, number one is the language.
Yeah.
That's the only first thing is gonna open many things.
Yes.
Then try to meet better people than you.
That's a good point. Yeah.
How you can learn something from them. They can teach you something from them, and they can learn something from you as well.
That's a very good point. Yeah, I like that. I like that, to learn English, and then it's gonna open more doors. And
Obviously,
don't be afraid.
Of course, if you don't speak English in UK, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do not only working side, professional side, but it's hard even to live a daily life.
Yeah.
Because you live struggling. You live people, they want to help you, because people, they help here. But at the same time, if you don't allow them to help you with communication, how do you want to progress?
Yeah, and this one more thing here I want to add. We actually had this conversation not long ago with people who come to different places and don't try to integrate. Like people who've been here for 5, 6, 7 years and they don't speak a word in English, and they still watch TV shows from home, and they still have a lot of friends. Look, I don't think there's something wrong. Is anything wrong with that? If this is your choice, it's your choice. But come on, I mean, you want to grow a little bit. You want to just expand your horizons. Just take advantage that you're here. I don't think it's hard, isn't it? It's difficult to learn a language, but integration into society, you see different things. I was going to, I was on the underground, and I was quickly going from a shop to the other, and I saw like you can speak to anyone in London. Doesn't matter. He's from America. He's from Australia. He's from China. You can speak to anyone. Imagine that. If you don't know English, then that's it. You are so limited, isn't it?
But like we said at the beginning, nothing is easy. Of course, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Of course, it's difficult. But you're gonna live with your life saying it's difficult. If you're happy living a life saying it's difficult to learn English, it's difficult to learn computer, it's difficult to learn anything you want to learn.
Yeah.
Of course it's difficult. But nothing is easy.
No, that's true. Of course.
Of course, who we are now, because we had to put ourselves to learn. Yeah. Making mistakes to learn.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to talk.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Exactly, because our accent, I'm sure, it's not great, and I think my English is not amazing.
My English is not amazing,
but it doesn't matter. We try.
I know, and every day when I read something, when I listen to any new concept or new word that I don't know, is a lesson.
Yeah, always try to learn something.
It's a lesson. Yeah. Life is a lesson. Our journey is a lesson.
Yeah,
it's not something you learn at school. We don't learn at school this kind of stuff. We learn it in the life.
Yeah, it's very true.
We don't learn to be a good person in the class.
Yeah.
We learn in daily life, meeting good, nice, bad people, and we learn.
Yeah, learn from
and we always represent ourselves. If I met only bad people in my life, that means I'm going to become bad? No,
it's true.
I represent myself.
Or just say like, oh, it's not my fault because I come from this family where my dad was drinking, my mom was I don't know what, and then it's not people finding excuses.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Yeah, that's very true.
If you like to repeat your journey of, let's say, someone, we can call it unlucky.
Yeah,
that is up to you.
Yeah.
And if you like to change it, it's up to you.
So that's a good point. It's a very good point. So change is in our hands. If you want to be better,
100%. There is no one else.
Yeah.
There is no one else. We make our journey.
Yeah.
We make who we want to be.
Oh, fantastic. It's a very good point.
Of course, like I said, if you move from home thinking to come to London, but there is no intention to learn the language, there is no intention to learn the culture, there is no intention to leave the city. This city, what's provide, Nick, I mean, there are maybe 5-6 cities in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Where even now, if we want to eat any kind of cuisine,
Yeah.
we can eat it now.
In London. Of
In
course,
London.
we're talking about London, yeah. Wow, that's true. I mean, it's a very expensive city.
It's extremely expensive, but when
You have
you
to work hard.
but when you compare what you get,
What you get, yeah. It's worth it. It's worth the experience, isn't it? Just
you
try.
know, I have this feeling that if
Yeah.
you live in London, you can live anywhere.
Yeah. That's true. Like New York, I mean, we're not saying if you live in London, you can live anywhere in Europe,
Anywhere.
that's for sure. And America as well.
In
because
America,
you
everywhere in
would
the
know.
world.
Anywhere in the world. Yeah, that's very true. It's like a test, you know. If you,
It's a test, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a life test.
yeah. And of course, for us Europeans, we still have like a few months if you want to come and try. But after that, you'll be able to come only to visit. You'll need a working visa. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to make it in London, you still have a few months to come and try. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up to you. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. MoMo, no, fantastic. I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much. Maybe one day we'll continue this conversation. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Nick, for the opportunity to share and to give a point of view to many people who maybe they are there in that line, waiting, hoping, waiting for someone to push them, waiting for someone to give them a chance. It's just do it. Do it, because when you see if you lose, you are not losing nothing.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
even if you lose, you have an experience. Even
Yeah.
if the things they go in the wrong way, after 10 years, you're gonna say, you know, in 2020, I did that, I tried there, I went to London, I did that,
Yeah.
but at least you have something to say. You have an experience to talk about.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It does. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so it didn't work out.
It's a free cost.
Yeah.
It's a free
for sure.
cost. Because at the end, if you want to go back, you can go back. But the problem when
Yeah.
you keep just talking about it,
You don't change anything.
without doing anything, in this case, it's difficult.
Yeah.
So just believe in yourself, and believe in yourself. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's not the easy way to live, that's for sure. But the feeling is great. The feeling is great.
Yeah, for sure. When you're here, you really feel like the real happiness. You know, when you achieve this sort of things, isn't it? That's the real happiness. When you are there and you're proud of yourself, like, look, I made it. I tried at least.
Of course.
So yeah, just get out of your comfort zone and do it.
Of course.
Whatever the result.
Of course.
You shouldn't be afraid of losing. That's the main thing. Never be afraid of losing.
There is nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose, exactly.
That's the point. There is nothing to lose, because if you want, you can go back. But the problem, if you don't try, you don't know.
Yeah. Fantastic. And on this note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. Momo, once again, thank you very, very, very much.
My pleasure, my friend.
For being my guest today. So yeah, this was it for the first podcast. We'll see each other somewhere very soon. All the best. Have a good day. See you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.